Hello, I'm Mason Foote, Chief Strategy Officer of Outdoor Respectful Apparel. Aura exists to provide quality, sustainable products that allow our customers to respect the earth as they explore it. Our flagship product is going to be the Purpose Pack, a backpack with a greater purpose, to eliminate waste while also advocating for the circular economy. Now, I want you to imagine that you're in the market for a backpack. You're searching high and low, and you're looking online or in department stores, and you've recently been made aware of the massive problem that we have in the United States. The United States sends over 500 billion pounds of waste to landfills each year. And with your purchase, you want to make sure that your product is not contributing to that waste. And that's where the Purpose Pack comes in. With the Purpose Pack, you're ensured that it is completely made of sustainable, recyclable, or organic material. And you can feel good about the company that you're purchasing from, knowing that they're socially responsible and focused on advocating for the circular economy. You're introduced to our buyback program, where you can send in your worn-out Purpose Pack for a discount on your next purchase towards a sustainable economy. So the economy is currently looking for products like this that are completely sustainable and fit into the circular economy. The vast majority of people believe in taking care of the earth, and the majority of people also consider the environment when shopping. They want to make sure that their purchase does not contribute to that massive problem that we have. And they're even willing to pay more for a product that does not contribute to the waste problem. We also saw this in our small-scale survey. Out of 150 respondents, 92% were interested in the Purpose Pack, and 67% would be willing to pay more. And consumers are looking for the circular economy. They're ready for it. They are looking to buy materials that fit into the circular economy. So how exactly does the Purpose Pack fit into this? Well, with our innovative design, we eliminate the waste produced in shipping. Our bag can fit within itself and ship within itself. So you can see in the top right corner that our laptop sleeve back support also acts as the shipping container. So when you take the laptop sleeve out, you can fold up the bag, which is displayed in the center, and you can slide it into the laptop sleeve that now acts as the shipping container. Now, although this sort of sounds great, and yes, we can, sustainable fabrics sounds great, how much does it actually cost? Well, we're going to be using multiple different sustainable materials that are guaranteed to be either cradle-to-cradle materials or 100% biodegradable. One of the main fabrics that we're going to be using is Climatex. And Climatex is the first 100% biodegradable synthetic fabric. And all of these materials are also going to, if they're not sustainable or if they're not recyclable, if they're not organic, they are recyclable. Like Nylon 6 has its own Nylon 6 bank where you can ship it back and they can reuse it and recycle it into another product. And so how much will this all cost? Through our research, we've identified that this is definitely a feasible product, and it's going to be made at a cost of about $50. We're going to sell it at $150 with a $100 profit, and I think that through our research, we've proven that the market is ready to pay a little bit more for a bag like this. And you're also guaranteed that it is durable, and when it does wear out, you can send it back for a discount towards your next purchase. So in order to minimize the risk of actually launching this venture, we're going to embrace the work of Steve Blank and Bob Dorff and the Startup Owner's Manual. Essentially, the startup process is broken down into two parts: the search for the business model and the execution of the business model. Now, during the search of the business model, we're going to really engage in customer discovery, where we test our hypotheses for the problem that we are solving. We really want to understand our customers' perception of the problem and whether or not this product fits their perceptions of the problem and whether it is a good solution for this problem. So we will interview customers and make sure that we have all of these features that they look for in a product and really make sure that we are solving the problem that they perceive. After that, we'll engage in customer validation, where we do larger scale surveys or larger scale studies and really provide the product to a larger scale, make sure that we have a repeatable sales process and a repeatable business model. And if we are not able to do that, we will pivot, go back to the customer discovery process, revisit that, and really make sure that we understand our customers from the ground up. Once we have validated the customers and that the market is there, we will then execute our business model, where we create more customers and really launch as a full company. During the customer creation process, we're going to use multiple different marketing strategies, mostly online. We're going to have a very clear, compelling website that communicates our mission very quickly, very effectively, and so that our visitors of our website know what our mission is, what our vision is, and that they are comfortable with our purpose. We will also utilize AdWords and very strategic AdWords campaigns where we can target specific keywords that users are searching for and really engage them while they are looking for products like this. We'll also use Display Network where we can display on websites that are revolving around sustainability or earth products or outdoor equipment, and make sure that and provide and bring customers to our site through this strategy. And once we establish that, we're also going to explore multiple other channels where we can reach a broader audience. So what makes us different than regular backpacks? Well, first, you know that we do not produce any waste, and we make sure that in the production of our bags that we do not produce any waste. We're very earth-friendly, and we are very, very focused on environmentally sustainability. We're also very socially responsible. We care about the community that we operate in as well as our customers. And there's a greater purpose in our products. It's not that you're just buying a backpack. You're buying into the mission of creating more sustainability and creating a business that also is focused on the circular economy. And with that, we also are customer-driven. We want to have a strong relationship with our customers, make sure that we are meeting their needs and that their needs feel that they feel that their needs are being addressed. Now, we know that this is not going to be an easy task to compete with the massive companies that already exist, but we have identified some of our strengths and opportunities, as well as some of our threats and weaknesses. Now, keeping this in mind, we're going to use this while we develop our strategy and make sure that our strategy aligns with our strengths and opportunities to make sure that we minimize the risk as much as possible. So what does it currently look like? What do we plan to do to launch this venture? Well, during the first year, we're going to really engage in that customer development process, really solidify our strategy and launch our online store. We're really going to make sure that our strategy is fully fledged out and is ready to be launched into a broader network. During year 2, we're going to grow the brand and make sure that our marketing stays consistent, make sure that we communicate ourselves as thought leaders in the industry, and do more aggressive marketing, really solidify our sales process and our marketing process so that we are ready for launch for year 3 when we launch our national campaign. We explore other channels, and we also get input from customers to launch our next product and make sure that their ideas are addressed in the launching of our next product. So with that in mind, our current projections for year 1, 2, and 3 are as follows. There's a little bit of a dip in year 3 profit because we will be raising salaries for our workers, and so this is all in line with our marketing strategy, and we believe that is definitely feasible. And in terms of the team, although some of the projections, like our expenses and our profit, might be a little bit fuzzy, we know that our team is ready to make this happen. We believe that we have a very comprehensive team that can cover all of the aspects of a necessary business. We work well together, we match each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we believe that we can cover all of the aspects that need to be covered in terms of launching the business. Natalie and I are very business focused, and we have experience with entrepreneurship, and the other 3 or more students are very design focused, and they can create a very great product, and that our customers definitely want. So we're asking for $30,000 in exchange for 25% stake in our company, which is based on our expected year 3 cash flow and our retained earnings from our year 3. So with that, I thank you for your time, and that is Aura.
Okay, judges, fire away with your questions.
I don't mind going first. So I'm an outdoorsman. I love backpacking, and I'm also a materials guy. So there's an experience that I have with flying, and it's every time that I check my bag, I get it back and it's damaged by the baggage gorillas. And I oftentimes get packages that are just as damaged as well. So I'm really worried about your proposition to basically ship an unprotected product, and what kind of impact is that going to have on the customer? I know that if I spend a lot of money, $150 on a pack, and it arrives cut, damaged, scuffed black with all of this junk on it, I'm going to have a problem with your company. So how are you going to address that?
Well, the packaging material is made out of Tyvek, and it should be very strong, resistant to tearing.
USPS uses Tyvek. You can actually take those white envelopes. That's all Tyvek.
Okay.
And have you received anything in Tyvek before?
I think probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys might consider doing some trials with USPS packaging and see what you get back, because I think it'll be an interesting use case.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my issues is that I actually did just recently get a bag that has given me a lifetime warranty. So if anything goes wrong with this bag, they'll replace the zipper. They'll replace anything on it, and I'm pretty happy with that purchase. So I don't, I wouldn't be seeing myself wanting to even return it, because it's doing everything it's supposed to do, and it's going to be good for the next 20 years.
Yeah. So with that, I think that we want to build brand loyalty through our buyback program, so that when your bag does become damaged or worn out, then you can ship it back to us and we'll ship you a brand new bag. Okay. In terms of getting people away from their customer loyalty that you have right now, we believe that we can do that through our purpose and through our mission. We really do stand for the circular economy, and when you purchase from us, you know that it's going towards a good cause and going towards advocating for the circular economy, and it's just sort of setting the stage for the circular economy.
I have a question about how and why you picked sort of the adventure sport market for your product, because I think in sort of adventure packs, like the photograph that you shared, it looks like a multi-day backpacking backpack. There's a very high brand value on durability, and it's a major thing that companies compete with each other around. You can trust this pack. A week out in the backcountry, you don't need to worry about something failing. And I think customers may have a bit of a challenge trusting a new material, use a material like hemp as the primary body fabric. I mean, I know so I guess I'm curious if you looked into sort of strength durability testing, things with introducing this new product to this use case, but then also, whether you considered or would consider starting with a less extreme use case for your first products, and maybe introducing these sorts of new materials and new approach to use, buyback, et cetera, of all the brand values in something that maybe didn't have to, wasn't going to be like a life or death kind of thing, right. Like a messenger bag that you carry around the city, or handbags, purses, things that you might even get more visibility of your brand to potential customers, because they'll be used in more urban settings. And I guess that's like 5 questions in one. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll do my best to address them all.
Feel free to respond to them.
To clarify, the main fabric is going to be Climatex, not hemp. And Climatex has industrial uses as well as personal uses. Okay. It's the first 100% synthetic material that is completely biodegradable. And the cost estimates that we have for our bag is actually reflecting more of a backpack sort of lifestyle bag. Okay. So we have addressed that, and we do agree with you that it could enhance our brand awareness by just having an everyday backpack that our customers use. Originally, we did target it towards the outdoors, the bigger backpacks, but like you said, those are very durable, and they have a reputation for being very durable. And so in order to address that, I think that we will, in our customer discovery process, we'll interview our customers, see what it is that they want to get out of this bag, whether it is a messenger bag or a regular lifestyle backpack or a fully equipped camping backpack. We'll make sure to address those needs through our customer discovery process.
Great, thank you.
Mason, another well-presented case there, so thanks very much for that.
Thank you.
But I did think there was something missing from your presentation, which was the question of what you would do with these materials when they're returned to you. I mean, what's the economic value of these cradle-to-cradle certified materials coming back to you as a company? Because you broke down the costs of what it costs to produce a bag, but I want to know what happens next.
So we're using completely either 100% biodegradable material or recyclable material. Nylon 6 is not biodegradable, but it can be returned to the Nylon 6 bank where it can be melted down and created into new products. And so with that, we'll just guarantee that it is disposed of properly. We'll make sure that the materials that are recyclable go back to the Nylon 6 bank, or there's also the Tyvek bank also has, so we'll send it back to the creators of that fabric so that they know that they can reuse that as well. And with the other materials, we'll make sure that we either dispose of them properly or we recycle them into new bags. But we're going to make sure that all of the materials are disposed of properly or recycled or put back into new bags.
So your USP then is that at worst you do no harm. At best, maybe you've got some positive footprint by composting these materials.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
The USP of your product is that you're doing no harm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at worst, anyway. So you're safely disposing of everything or putting it back into the system somewhere.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Okay.
Sort of building off of Colin's comments, I'm wondering if you researched other companies that have take-back programs and learned from what they do and what works and what doesn't work. For example, Patagonia is one that comes immediately to mind, that you can return your used capline or whatever to them, and
we have researched a little bit, but with that, again, I think that it's going to be our mission and our focus on the circular economy. With all of our products in the future, we plan to make it so that they fit into the circular economy, and really just advocate for that. And we want to establish ourselves as thought leaders in terms of the circular economy. So we'll create a blog where we can continue to communicate our message and continue to communicate our brand, so that our users do know that although there are other companies out there that have a similar model, we are making sure that we completely just eliminate waste, as well as use ethical standards in terms of creating our product, and that just our product line is completely made out of sustainable material.
Mason, I just have to say a comment and then a question. A comment is, I'm skeptical because you're stepping into a market that is very values driven already. It's also a very niche market of people that think all alike or relatively alike. And so I'm not sure that your company's strengths differentiate yourselves in a powerful enough way where you would be able to launch. So I think something that Chris brought up was, something that would be unique is this, or shifting toward maybe a better value, is this 100% guarantee for life. Mm-hmm. That would be very different. You'd have to go beyond, I think you called it thought leadership. You got to go beyond that, especially in an industry that is really technically driven. So you've got to show technical excellence first, and then I think in combination with those values and the other pieces will help round out that plan. And I guess the last question here, given the alarm, it would be, could you re-clarify what problem are you trying to solve for the customer? What is that problem that you want to solve for the customer?
Well, the problem is that they can't necessarily find a product that is completely 100% sustainable and is driven by the circular economy. It fits into the circular economy. They know that everything that the company does is driven by the circular economy, and to address the competition, we want to, again, try to eliminate the risk through our customer discovery process, make sure that there is a market before we really launch a national campaign. And so I guess that's definitely our challenge, is to compete with the largest companies. But we believe that we can through our customer discovery process, as well as our brand loyalty, or just our brand.
Thank you, Mason.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you.